Welcome. You're watching the thrift store rundown, believing Hollywood Homer on a budget. You know, I could go on and on and on about the many reasons why I'm obsessed with Food Network magazine, but this time, I actually want to hand the reins over to a fellow Food Network foodie, a guy by the name of Nicholas Russo, who will explain to you his reasons for loving Food Network magazine, along with sharing a couple of features from the May 2011 issue, which I picked up for 99 cents way back in 2016. So without further delay, Nicholas, take it away.
I just wanted to share a favorite magazine of mine that I picked up in a newsstand probably sometime last year. I think right around the time that it actually came out. And I knew that it was a magazine that was doing something in a category where there have been plenty of magazines, but it was doing something that really hadn't been approaching the category in a way that hadn't really been done before. And of course it was building off of something, a brand that was already existing and something I loved anyway, a network on television that I watched, and now I want to share it with you and make sure that you're reading Food Network magazine, the best photos, the best recipes. It seems so easy to use. I don't cook personally. I just flip through the pages and look at food and ask people like my stepmother, who I gave a subscription to the Food Network magazine to for Christmas this year, ask her to make food for me, and other people like my boyfriend, although he has yet to make anything from here, but he pops a big game, and if I was going to share one or two things from this particular issue, which is May 2011, it would be this, the Mix and Match Quick Bread, which it's really great. I'm going to try to show this to you. The lighting is going to be a little rough, but you basically choose a flavor, which is banana or apple or carrot. You pick some mix-ins, raisins, nuts, etc. You prepare the pan, you make the batter, which is the same for every bread. You pour the batter in and make the loaf, and then you have those recipes for a few different kinds of glazes, vanilla bean, chocolate, brown butter, citrus, and probably my favorite, cream cheese. So that's definitely very handy. Lots of different flavors and varieties of bread there. And then the other thing is this green Bloody Mary. I'm a big cocktail person. I'm a big food person. I'm a big cocktail person. That's should be obvious. Anyway, so I want to try this green Bloody Mary. I actually might make this. So fingers crossed, and if I ever do, I'll share it with you.
So those are his reasons. Now let me show you mine. And believe you me, there's going to be a lot of fun cooking ahead. French fry salad, caramel popcorn cake, and cheesecake pancakes. Their almost famous take on IHOP cheesecake pancakes. 100 greatest cookie tips of all time. Super fast dinners and desserts. Sangria 3 ways. And essential for any great Food Network magazine issue. Recipes from the stars. Gianna De Laurentiis' favorite salad. A Brussels sprouts salad. And by the way, towards the end of this issue, she's going to be taking us on a tour of some of her favorite LA hotspots. Don't miss that. We're also going to highlight Bobby Flay's taco party. And in this issue, we also have Sunny Anderson's easy cookies. Plus, as Nicholas just highlighted, the ultimate foolproof recipe for customizable banana bread. In all, 134 new recipes. However, for this review, as indicated by the top of the show, we're going to highlight Primetime Bites first, in celebration of the Primetime Emmys airing Monday night on NBC, with Saturday Night Live veteran Kenan Thompson serving as host. A lot of fan favorites are up for Emmys this year, so this is bound to be the most unexpected Emmys yet. Watch this month's big TV season finales with some fun snacks straight from the shows, and we have 4 of them. 3 sweet and 1 savory. So we have salted chocolate milk and ice cream crunch cake from Modern Family, and 30 Rock respectively. And yes folks, I own the Modern Family cookbook. Oh, you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that in the near future. From Glee, this is the only savory recipe of the foursome we have. Garlic and herb breadsticks from Glee. The breadsticks on set aren't good. They're hard and smell like dog food because they're actually old props. Oh, but these things are made from scratch, and if you make them from scratch, ooh, they're gonna be 1,000 times better. In fact, your guests will be full of glee. Don't want to start singing your praises, a la Glee. They're gonna be like Gleeks. And that's coming from somebody who would rather watch a property tax discussion than watch Glee. I'm sorry, but give it its stigma. And finally, from The Office, another show I don't talk about around here, but really should, a jumbo maple pecan scone. Now we're on to the 100 greatest cookie tips of all time. We asked top chefs across the country for their best advice. Our big tip, keep this story. You bet I will. The tips go down like this. Ingredient and equipment, preparation, substitution, storage, and safety. The tips that are given in straightforward text, including this kind of text that looks like it was handwritten but in fact was actually typed, are given by restaurant chefs. I want to highlight one really quickly because you'll be seeing him here in the future. Rick Bayless of Mexico, one plate at a time, and of course of Frontera Grill, Excelsior, and Topolo Bumpo in Chicago. He's the PBS chef. Clean as you go. Dorky, I swear, but it really helps. The tips that are given in handwriting are from Food Network stars, and I want to share two of them. One from my girlfriend, Claire Robinson.
Can I just say, amen?
Shoes off, music on. Favorite beverage in hand. Enjoy your time in the kitchen. Ah, Claire, my dear, you make me feel in like Flynn around the stove. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, sorry. At this time, my lawyer wants me to advise you guys that Claire and I are not a thing. We aren't dating, but I just refer back to that moment on Instagram when Claire said, "Thank you. One day I'll cook for you and show you what I can really do." If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you think I'm just bluffing, check out the link in the description. That'll take you to that particular story. Another Food Network magazine review. I promise you I'm not bluffing. I promise you I am madly in love with Claire because of that. I promise you that I'm going to start watching 5 Ingredient Fix a hell of a lot more often. And I also promise you that if you utilize any of these tips, which again are ingredient and equipment preparation, substitution, safety, and storage, you're going to have a smooth time in the kitchen. Another tip I want to share with you. This one I can hardly make out in this type of lighting, but it has something to do with cooking pasta and saving some of the pasta cooking water to help out the texture of the sauce. Plus it has some of the flavor from the pasta and it was well salted. That tip is from Nigella Lawson. And why do I highlight Nigella Lawson? I'm gonna show you why. Now, this is why. Because you'll be seeing her debut on TSR in the near future, Nigella Bites. I know you want a piece of that. And the book too. You'll see it in the future. Don't worry, I got you covered. If I had to choose between Nigella Lawson and Claire Robinson, well, this doesn't just apply to girls. I mean, anyone with a British accent's bound to be charming, right? But still, I gotta be faithful. I gotta be faithful for my baby Claire, who my lawyer wants me to advise you again isn't my baby. Thanks a lot. But anyway, let's get on to the food, right? Now, this doesn't specify it as an awards-themed menu, but if you're gonna have an Emmys viewing party, you gotta serve some fancy small plates. And this small plate party should do the trick. We have here baby lamb chops with lemon, asparagus with garlic dip, right over here, salmon rillettes with tomato salad, and paired wines, right here on the bottom. Cote d'Ivoire, Californian Cabernet Franc, and French Pinot Noir. No utensils needed for this. You can eat all these dishes with your fingers. Now that should be fun. And now on to Bobby's Taco Bass. Bobby Flay's Tacos and Tequila Party at the New York City Wine and Food Festival brought out the stars and some killer tacos. In fact, 4 of those stars, including Bobby, are sharing some of their offerings from that festival. Bobby Flay has his red chili short rib tacos. Melissa the Arabian of $10 Dinners, winner of the next Food Network star, has her wine braised pork tacos with fennel slaw. Alex Botticelli of Alex's Day Off and of course of Iron South America and Supermarket Stakeout and Chopped and what have you, has her brisket tacos with red cabbage. And finally, Marcella Valladolid of The Kitchen shares her birria tacos. No actual beer included. And finally, and we have here a recipe for homemade pickled red onions. Giada De Laurentiis takes us on a tour of her corner of LA. Giada shows us around her hometown and tells us where to eat, shop, and relax like a local. For eating up like a true LA native, it's Bottega Louie and Terroni, 700 South Grand Avenue and 7605 Beverly Boulevard, respectively. Taking a road trip through LA with Giada De Laurentiis, you'd be hard-pressed to find a Food Network stand that would pass that opportunity up. You can hit up a flea market, go to the beach, take a hike, or see a movie in LA. And if you're like Giada, you would probably hit the Rose Bowl Flea Market in Pasadena. You would hit the Will Rogers State Beach, or the Paradise Cove Beach, or Point Dume State Beach. You would take a hike at Temusco Canyon, or see a movie at the Landmark or ArcLight Cinemas. I believe ArcLight Cinemas is now closed, so the only choice you would have would be the Landmark right here, which I think is a pretty cool option. And as for Giada's favorite salad, well, you can find that here in its Lickerby. I mean, it's not really tied into the LA restaurants mentioned on the previous page, but here it is, a Brussels sprout salad. Total time to make that? 15 minutes, and it serves one person. How could I not bookmark this? Look at this. It's an advertisement for the culinary trails of Louisiana. And who better than Louisiana native Claire Robinson to display this? My greatest Louisiana memory, walking the streets of the quarter as a young girl. The heartbeat of the city was amazing. I'm really tempted to highlight this, but you know what? Claire Robinson just looks way too darn delicious to leave out. Love you, Claire. To the moon and back.
Can I just say, amen?
YOLO and NOLA, right? You only live once in New Orleans, Louisiana. You only get one lifetime to experience Food Network magazine. And I don't care whether you watch Food Network or not, or whether you make the recipes or not. Just read it. It's just a lot of fun to read. It's just an all-around delicious experience. And again, all 5 claps are awarded. It truly is fun cooking. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? The next Emmy Awards viewing party menu that Food Network magazine cooks up will probably be the first. At least from my point of view, anyway. And a few Food Network alumni, namely these two, the best platonic Food Network couple in all of foodie television. When and if they do come up with a Emmy viewing party menu, I think they'd be so bold as to create chocolate-dipped Emmys. Mock Emmy sculptures made out of some edible substance dipped in chocolate. Oh yeah, now that's a golden idea. Thanks for watching TSR. Now to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.